The world will really test you, man. And I'm making this video to encourage y'all to stand firm in your decision when you know for a fact it's the right decision. Stop letting the outside world and these evil forces that you can't see dictate your life for you and your decisions for you. Don't, because it's gonna mess everything up for you, and you're gonna find yourself in a low place that's gonna be dang near impossible to come back from. Unless you close with God, He'll help you get out of it. But there's no point in running behind somebody, you know, and the first time you get in trouble, they're not gonna come and rescue you. They're gonna go about their life. So now it's up to you to get yourself out of this rut, right? So why put yourself in this situation when you can be strong in your stance? Forget about the perception of people around you. Like for example, I was in college, everybody drinking, smoking, you know, doing other substances, right? And like, Corey, do you? It's like, no, I'm good. I didn't say, oh, y'all shit, dude. I didn't say, oh, what's wrong with y'all? I didn't give any judgment. They just asked me what I do. I told them, I don't do that. That's just me. I'm good, right? I kept it like that. They got so mad because I was calm, cool, collected. I'm real nonchalant anyway. That's just my character. But you know, it bothers a lot of people, and it bothered them because they couldn't get to me. They couldn't pressure me into it. Like I don't give in the pressure. Like I'm better than the pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like I have like I'm aware of who I am as a person. So like I don't need to do all that. I don't need no validation from y'all through all this stuff that's not good for me. You know, and all this negativity and all this I don't need all that. To determine who I am because I've already determined who I am, and I'm solid in the foundation of who I am in my character. So like they got so upset, right? They started gossiping and all that stuff. It's like, oh, like, oh, he think he better. He's like, what? So what I do, just kept going, and I had people all around me just, you know, looking at me sideways because I wasn't following them around, doing what they were doing. But in the end, I came out on top, because I went to school for acting. So, it was a struggle at first because I had a lot of, you know, personal issues. But after I graduated, I was, straight A's, pretty much perfect attendance, with the exception of like a day or two because I had to go to Chicago for an acting showcase that was part of the school. So, like, that was, forgiven. They gave it to us to take that day off so that we could perform in our last year. But my last year, like, was pretty much perfect attendance, straight A's, literally, and got signed with an agent right out of school. Had about 3, 4 offers too. Had my share of who I want to go for. Got the top agent in my city too. So it's like you stay focused and you get rid of that peer pressure, right? It's like, hey, smoke this. It's like, that's not good for you. It's like, you're not saying, oh, no, right? Something wrong with you. But I'm making it clear that I don't want to do it, even though I'm not crossing that line over and telling them what to do, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, if you stay focused, then that's what's going to get you from point A to point B, basically. So I encourage y'all to stay strong, um, stay firm in your stance, because the world will really test you. They'll make this stuff look so cool, right? Whatever it is, it don't have to be a substance. I'm just using that as an example because that happened to me in college. They kept trying to peer pressure me. I never gave in. But, like with anything, they just be trying to, test you so much. It's like people just have the mind frame of, oh, we got to fit in, we got to jump on the bandwagon. And then someone who is, you know, not in the wagon, they decide to just walk. You know what I'm saying? They decide to go a different route. It's like, oh, something wrong with them. It's like, no, they just don't want to do it. They want to go a different way because that's what's best for them. They're not focused on you, right? And I think a lot of people get so caught up in trying to seek validation because they're scared of what people think of them. You get out that mindset and you're like, man, who cares what people think, man? I'm going to speak the truth. I'm going to be who I am. I'm going to develop myself, constantly learn, constantly become wise, and become solid in my character, become the best version of myself, right? And forget about the perceptions of others. Then it's like you're going to get to where you want to be, right? And you're going to be healthy in the mind and the body, spirit, because that's what's important, man. You know, you can only, with a sober mind, with a mind that's not contaminated by the world and what they're trying to force feed you. Without all that stuff, you can stay more focused on what you're trying to do, anything you're trying to succeed in. So I hope y'all, you know, stay strong and don't give up. And you're better than the peer pressure. You can rise above that, man. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Don't waste time. Don't waste time, man. Time is precious. So I'll see y'all next time, man. It's JQ Speaks.